Hey guys, Brian here at thebasscast.com. Got Jeff Sprague, $100,000 richer. Congratulations, 6+ right here on Smith Mountain Lake. You caught it in second period early.
Yeah.
Talk to us about that catch, my brother.
You know, I just started moving around. Things weren't working really well. I mean, I caught fish, but just weren't catching the size that I needed to, that 3-pound minimum. And so I started running some secondary stuff that, I had run in practice. And I mean, I threw up there with a Lake Fork Pro Crawl on the back of a bladed jig. And it no more hit the water, and she swirled on it. She must have been sitting there looking at the bank, and it was chaos there for just a few seconds till we got our hands on her. And then I realized how big she was, and she was a beautiful beat up old big bass, and I was blessed to have her. So what a phenomenal fish and a phenomenal fishery here at Smith Mountain Lake.
Yeah, $100,000, one bass. Break down the rest of your week here. I mean, we did one earlier, but talk about the rest of the week and, what got you to this point.
This week has been a roller coaster of catching and slow and things like that. Practice was decent, and then throughout the tournament, things just kind of developed, and then they would taper off, and you just have to move and find it again. So I think that some of that was the watercolor moving up and down the river itself, which would actually trigger those fish into biting. So it would be clear, and then you'd find a little dirtier patch, and those fish would really feed in it. So that's what I was keen on most of this week, and it worked out for me really well in the end.
Were you concentrated pretty shallow the whole week, or were you kind of in and out of the bank, off and on the banks?
Yeah, I was shallow, less than 6 feet for the most part. I did catch some fish, a little bit deeper on a crankbait on the second day. And then, today and yesterday, I really lived and died with that swim jig and that bladed jig in my hand, just because.
Colors, tactics, lay it out for us, man.
So I caught a lot on the first day on a bluegill pattern,
Okay.
and then but I got to going down the bank, and I was seeing a lot of herring spawn and a lot of shad moving. So I swapped to a white, and I lost a lot of fish the first day of the tournament. A lot of fish, because I was throwing a bluegill color. They would nip at it. They weren't truly committing to it. So when I swapped over to white, it changed everything, and I wound up boating 90% of my fish versus losing 90% of my fish.
All right. If you got a tip, anybody coming to Smith Mountain Lake right now, what would it be? My brother beside us,
Well, this place is phenomenal. It's got a ton of fish in it. Fish is a little like Murray, a little bit like Lake of the Ozarks with some boats and some rivers. So if you like either one of those fisheries, there's a ton of fish here to be caught. I think this would be a phenomenal place to come back to early in the spring when it was cooler, and these 3-pounders weighed 3 3/4 or 4, and these 4s weighed 5 1/2, and these 5s weighed 6s, and so on and so forth. So look forward to coming back here. What a great fishery. They've got my hats off to them. Take care of the place, because I look forward to coming back up here and catching them again.
Jeff, man, congratulations.
Thank you.
100,000. One last question.
Yeah.
You caught that thing, second period kind of early.
Yep.
And all day long.
Yeah, listen, there's
All
gray.
day long.
There's gray under this hat now, and I got them all. I got a lot of them today now, I promise you. So that's the kind of stress that puts the gray hair on your head. But I'm super blessed to have let it ride out, and we're taking that trophy home.
Hey, anything special you gonna buy with that 100K, by the way?
Yes, I do, but I can't tell you because it's a surprise for my significant other.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
No worries. Thank you, guys.